People made a big fuss about whether the human centipede is based on real events. And let me explain you why. The director was inspired by the medical experiments carried out by the Nazis in concentration camps during World War II. However, the maniac in this movie does have a real prototype, Joseph Mengele, a doctor who conducted experiments on prisoners in concentration camps during World War II. It is believed that the Auschwitz doctor realized the idea of stitching living people together for some time. The plot for the prequel revolves around prison warden Bill Boss, who is unable to bring order to the state institution entrusted to him. Despite Boss being quite cruel to the inmates, any signs of disobedience are harshly punished, and the prisoners respond to every violence with even greater force. The prison statistics are unusually awful. This situation clearly does not satisfy the state governor, so he gives Bill a choice. Either he radically changes the situation or he will be immediately fired from his position. Faced with such a difficult situation, the prison warden agrees to try out the idea that came to his assistant accountant Dwight's mind after watching the first two parts of The Human Centipede. They decide to conduct an experiment and stitch all the inmates serving sentences into one continuous chain. The plot of The Human Centipede 3 is at the very least strange. Lawrence Harvey, along with Dieter Laser, played the lead roles in this horror film. People think Tom Six movie has a pretty unusual meaning. This film stands out because of its unique way of thinking, which not everyone can appreciate. Despite the disgust that this movie may cause, only someone with bizarre thinking can create it. The director doesn't justify the cruelty at first glance. Instead, he condemns the horrible experiments on humanity. The key to understanding the whole plot is that the monstrous Dr. Hater is a vivid allusion to the Auschwitz doctor Joseph Mengele. Six plays with irony, mocking both the monster he created and the horror genre and the film industry as well. He hides all of this behind a curtain of ultra-realism, realistically portraying absurd scenes. Therefore, it's not worth taking the plot too seriously. The third part can be easily described as trash, craziness, and lack of morals. Tom Six puts everything in its place here, and compared to the previous Human Centipedes, it's more likely a comedy. The movie has a lot of violent scenes, but the way they're presented is completely different. Instead of causing panic and fear, the film is more of a parody of a dark first and scary second part. The antagonist here is the entire US government in the literal sense of the word. Tom Six portrays these characters in a comedic light. The Human Centipede 3 is the essence of all the plot nonsense, character caricatures, and absurdity of the situation. Overall, the trilogy typical postmodernist cinema. On the one hand, it shows immorality as biological tyranny. On the other hand, if you approach the franchise unseriously as it requires, it clearly shows the audience what those in power feed on with such possibilities. In simple interpretation, one person came up with it, another got interested, and the person in power introduced it to the masses. Thanks a lot for watching Beat the Popcorn. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next episode.
2, 3.
My darling, I love you.